Okay, well, we're kind of back, but I'm not visible. I'm on this side of the camera. So this is episode 2. And we feel it's important to bring you into the picture from our perspective with the help of your personal life learning. So Ted, take it away.
Okay, so you're a never ever, and you decided you want to snowboard, and you come up to the mountain to snowboard, and you have watched some YouTube videos of people doing fantastic things, and you're thinking,
Crazy thing.
I'm crazy, I'll try it. Or you come up and you say, that looks really cool, I think I'd want to do that. When you start anything, you always come to it with whatever you have done before. So if you've done some other sports and there were ideas that were in those sports and they told you to pay attention to this, pay attention to that, it's paying attention. So you want to throw a ball better and you learn how to hold the ball, and then someday you can make a pitch. But you got to learn it, and it's in parts, and do new things come to it. And maybe when somebody's teaching you how to throw a pitch, they said, oh, you know, when you hold a toothbrush? So we do that a lot too. We talk about analogies. We take this is referring you to this hip. When did you use that hip? Well, you used it since you got out of bed this morning, but you weren't thinking about it, maybe. And that's the whole point of this, is to become aware of your body as you use it and make note of these things. If you had a pain in your knee, you'd know it all the time. If there's no pain in your knee, that's good.
You're not old enough yet.
Yeah. If a movement causes the pain, you don't do that movement. So too on the snowboard. If there's a movement and it causes you to pitch forward and plant your face in the snow, you're doing something a little too much. Whatever the movements are, try to relate to them during your day and just become aware of your body.
Okay. So basically what Ted is saying is there's not a person on the other side of this camera that doesn't walk and bend their foot from the ankle down and it goes heel and toe. There isn't a person here that doesn't rotate. There isn't a person here that doesn't stand up and sit down. All of these are using your body. Standing up, sitting down, called a flexion extension. Rotation is something where you're twisting some part of your body to aid that movement you already made. Your body is a great machine. You just got to understand how to use it in a safe and fun way, and that's what we're here for.
There are exceptions in all of those descriptions that Jim just gave, but there is also what is we call it range of motion. We refer to it, and it's, you know, when you sit, are you stiff? Are you this? Are you that? Can you move? Can you reach up and get a cup out of the cupboard?
Can you still put your socks on?
That's a range. That's a range of motion, and the easiest way you do it is the easiest way you do it, and the most struggling way you do it is the most struggling way you do it. And you ought to recognize if one is one or the other. So if I wanted to tie my shoe, or I don't have any laces, that would be a real problem.
He doesn't get laces. He can't tie anymore.
But if I was gonna, put my shoe on and I do it like this, that's a serious bit of strain. If I do it like this, I'm bending over, I'm using a different set of muscles. If I turn around and I put my foot in the chair, it's a
little easier.
It makes it available in a different way. I want to go and do that with my body during the day, and then I also, those pieces that I recognize, an instructor will talk to me.
Right. Okay.
More ankle, more this, more that, more this, less of that. You know, and that will help. I'll know the map of my body.
Okay, and so it's our job to transfer that information that you bring with you to the wonderful joy of winter sports and snowboarding or skiing if it happens to be what you choose to do. The main difference is that when you go into winter sports, you're not really walking on your feet anymore. You've got a device strapped to them.
Yeah.
And with a snowboard, you eventually will feel what the bear feels in the wood when he steps in the trap. With both feet locked in on top of a board, you're somewhat limited,
Yeah.
but all of those movements that we talked about are available, but in a different way because you are strapped to the device. So our introduction will be more of an introduction to you on the hill that will allow you as much freedom as possible before we strap you down and strap you in. And this should be true of any person who takes you up to the mountain rather than to throw it on and tell you, follow me, do this. That's insane. We will get you on the right terrain, the safest terrain, and ask you to do things in a progressive manner.
You
If
crawl,
you're,
You crawl before you walk, and you walk before you run.
So those of you in a big hurry, don't slam yourself
Yeah.
just because you think I can make it work. And that's something that in all sports we
Everybody
do.
does.
We manipulate the tool that we're using to fit our needs. What we want you to do is shred ahead, learn the tool, and then enjoy the tool.
Yeah.
You'll live longer, you'll enjoy it longer, and you'll still be here with us because we're not youngsters. So we're out on that.
I'm not levitating yet. All right.